Tzu Chi volunteers in the United States have been holding free clinics in Fresno, California for 15 years. Tzu Chi Foundation plans to help 6 dilapidated schools in Miaoli build classrooms and other facilities. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In Fresno, California of the United States, there's a large migrant worker population, most of whom have no insurance or access to medical services. Therefore, Tzu Chi has continued to hold regular free clinics there. In 15 years, Tzu Chi volunteers have provided medical service to more than 80,000 people.
Looking at these signs, we learned that TIMA has been operating in Fresno for more than 15 years.
2003, we have joined TIMA. 2008, our first mobile. And now, 2016, we're going to grand opening our third mobile for Fresno.
From the first free clinic in 2001, the mobile medical clinic began in 2008. In 15 years, Tzu Chi has held a total of more than 500 free clinics in Fresno, serving more than 88,000 people.
I have 8 brothers and sisters, and I'm very grateful for Tzu Chi for providing this medical assistance to my family. So I have come to volunteer to show my gratitude.
It's very great. I'm being volunteer on the clinic for the translate from Spanish to English, and it's been pretty good, and I'm very honored to be here.
1, 2, 3.
Now celebrating 15 years of working in Fresno, mobile ophthalmology services are being offered.
Today, we are very pleased to participate in this ceremony, to thank our Fresno team and wish them another 15 years providing valuable services to those in Fresno.
Looks like it's a doctor's office. It has all the latest equipment, and we're very grateful to Tzu Chi for bringing that to the Central Valley.
With 15 years of offering free medical clinic services in Fresno, TIMA members are planning to increase such cooperation with local medical institutions to better serve the poor and the sick in the area.
Earlier this year, the Tzu Chi Hong Kong chapter established a TIMA chapter in Hong Kong. On May 22nd, they offer a free health checkup for residents at the local Chi King Buddhist primary school. With the assistance of 47 doctors and nurses across medical disciplines, as well as 69 volunteers, a TIMA free health checkup for local residents was recently held at the Buddhist Chi King Elementary School in Hong Kong. Helping in general medicine, this was the first time physician Wang Tak Chan participated. He thinks it is important to do follow-ups with elderly patients.
I think the next challenge we face is how do we conduct patient follow-ups of seniors who have health problems?
Dr. Yu Ka-lang thinks that Hong Kong's healthcare system is good. However, degenerative diseases cannot be quickly or directly treated. For this reason, he employs a combination of Chinese and Western medicine, and along with a mental health therapist, and teaches residents how they can meditate to relieve pressure and pain.
We have 3 different disciplines helping them together. What we offer them isn't so much of a lecture as it is a small group discussion, no more than 10 people. We hope everyone can understand the cause of their illnesses. After that, they should accept and treat them. We hope the advice we give them sticks after they go home, and that they will put into practice so they can improve.
For Tzu Chi, it's important to approach any situation with love. When determining how to treat a patient, it's important to consider their mental state and their suffering. If a patient is not in a good mental state, then even relatively minor physical pain will be amplified by a negative mentality, making the pain that much worse.
TIMA always strives not only to treat physical pain, but also to share love and support for those who suffer. The TIMA Hong Kong chapter, established in 2016, will be safeguarding the physical and mental health of those in need. In New Taipei City, Tzu Chi volunteers in Wugu and Xingdian have been caring for seniors at retirement homes and senior apartments for years. At some recent visits, they taught the seniors to paste Jingsi aphorisms onto fans and sang with them, sharing some holiday festivities.
Despite their staggering steps, the seniors are extremely excited. Tzu Chi volunteers have come to the seniors' apartment to teach the grandpas and grandmas how to paste Jingsi aphorisms onto fans.
人生之美，五个一成，人生只会五个一世。是无上之宝，真是美。
Meanwhile, at the retirement home, Grandma Rong presents her Chinese paper cutting work upon seeing the volunteers. Grandma Rong, who often gives people her paper cutting works as gifts, seizes time to live a fulfilling life in her old age.
You come to institutes like our retirement home to care for them, hoping they'll be happy. I also hope they feel at home and won't worry too much.
For many years, the volunteers have visited the seniors regularly. One grandpa, nicknamed Champion Singer, sings joyfully at this gathering. Nevertheless, his tears well up as he sings Home Sweet Home.
In Malaysia, Johor Bahru's Tzu Chi Academy held an outdoor excursion to visit a home for disabled children and a facility for the elderly. Through taking part in this activity, young Tzu Chi students reach out to help young disabled children.
Parents are leading their children by the hand as Johor Bahru Tzu Chi Academy holds an outdoor excursion to visit a home for disabled children and a facility for the elderly. Young Tzu Chi students reach out to help these young disabled children, the first step in an important bond of friendship.
Some of
the kids seemed quite fearful at first, but after coming here 2 or 3 times, they think it's quite normal. These children here are very lively and very cute.
These young children perform a song, and their enthusiasm was infectious.
They don't have family members to care for them. When we put on a performance, they become quite happy.
Thanks a lot for come and visit us, and it was really nice moment, and we enjoy a lot. And also, I think you all very friendly, and it's really touching for us. When seriously, it's very nice.
With children singing and accompanying these elders, as well as giving them a massage, these parents suddenly have a different perspective about their children.
I think we are much more fortunate. We should count our blessings.
The seniors were quite happy when they saw these young children. This is what they need, more people to care about them.
I also parent, then I just can feel how they feel also. It's so touching, parents also can cooperate with you all.
Tzu Chi volunteers leading young students to this home which cares for disabled children and the elderly is truly a touching gesture which will prepare these children for the future.
The TV program Tzu Chi in Malaysia has been running for 5 years. Each year, production teams from 4 locations in Malaysia gather together for a meeting to share their experiences. DaAi TV Deputy CEO Zhang Zunyu has been leading a group of DaAi TV staff in Taiwan to join the meeting every year. At this year's meeting, Mr. Zhang expressed his gratitude for the production team's hard work and dedication.
DaAi TV Deputy CEO Zhang Zunyu has led a team of DaAi TV staff to travel to Tzu Chi Malaysia chapter to join a meeting attended by 4 production teams of Tzu Chi in Malaysia. At this opening ceremony, the director of Tzu Chi Malaysia chapter thanks the team of professionals coming from Taiwan and the production teams behind Tzu Chi in Malaysia.
With the help of DaAi TV, how do we document Tzu Chi's work in Malaysia? This is something we will need in the future. If we can document the touching stories, it can become our teaching materials. The audience will be touched by Tzu Chi volunteers.
At this annual gathering to exchange experiences, production teams from Penang, Selangor and Kuala Lumpur, Malacca and Kedah report on their works for the past year. For 5 years since Tzu Chi in Malaysia began airing, DaAi TV Deputy CEO Zhang Junyu has been traveling to Malaysia to offer guidance.
你这一次去，要好好的帮我替。
The master said, "This time, express my gratitude for the production teams in Malaysia. For several years, after watching your works and seeing your efforts, I've wanted to express my admiration and respect."
我想跟各位表达的是敬意，真的是敬仰、尊敬、敬意。
During the 5-day intensive course, Mr. Zhang also encourages the production team to talk about their problems so everyone can work together to continue documenting wholesome stories for the viewers.
In Taiwan, many schools in the Miaoli area are over 50 years old and exhibit signs of structural degradation. After Tzu Chi requested the schools be surveyed by architects, it was determined that 6 schools in the area were becoming unsafe. Therefore, Tzu Chi Foundation plans to help them build classrooms and other facilities.
This is Holong Middle School in Miaoli. The school building is 63 years old, and over time, the area's climate has led to spalling walls and exposed steel frames. Recently, an architect came to inspect the building.
Visually, it's clear that the safety standard is not that high. So the school has requested the classrooms, the specialty classrooms, and the administration area to be renovated.
In addition to the high winds, high volumes of sand have also become a problem. The building next to the playground has become unsafe for use.
希望有一间很棒、很好的家政教室，这样我们就可以上家政了，这样我们就可以做出很好吃的东西。
This is Yunli High School, which has a history of 50 years. Its age shows throughout the deteriorating building. Many fear that a strong earthquake could cause the building's collapse.
Spaces are really quite narrow. For example, at the graduation ceremonies, there's barely enough room to accommodate the graduating students.
To help provide students with a safe environment for study, the Tzu Chi Foundation decided to provide 6 middle and high schools with architectural repairs to classrooms and other facilities.
Master Zheng Yan has always said that in times of emergency, schools and hospitals must always remain standing.
As part of Project Hope of Disaster Risk Reduction, Tzu Chi aims to promote education by first providing a strong and safe environment for students and teachers.
Also in Taiwan, in Nantou, Jiji Farmers Market is located in a tourist area, which attracts many foreigners. Farmers here not only sell organic food, but also introduce the local scenery.
Su Zhonghua is busy pruning and bagging this fruit. 3 years ago, he was a department store salesperson. To return home to help his busy sister, he eventually decided to give up 10 years of department store work, as he found himself more suitable for farming.
Previously, I worked in department stores and had lots of contact with people and goods, but now my life is quite different, as I am more self-oriented, and I'm slowly becoming relaxed.
The guava orchard doesn't use any herbicides. As the weed grows to a set length, it is cut by machine, which is a natural non-toxic means. Su Zhonghua completely understands the importance of ecological balance.
No matter if it's animals or plants, they teach you a principle.
After harvesting this guava, it's brought to the farmers market for sale. Su Zhonghua has been a participant in the Jiji Farmers Market. An aerial view shows the market is set near the train station, with some 70% of guests being tourists.
Some come over and befriend the farmers and then ask for advice about what is good to see and fun to do in the area.
Tzu Chi is known for having abundant bananas, with tourists taking a stroll and frequently purchasing them. Wang Fumin has been growing bananas for more than 3 years without pesticides.
I personally prefer natural farming, which is better for the land. If we don't use pesticides, the acidity of the land will improve.
With more and more tourists coming for sightseeing, the market has begun to place tables and chairs out for people to rest. This also allows for relaxing interaction with farmers. The local township office plans further integration between the market and tourism in the area.
We're going to take this leisure agriculture area and the farmers market to do more integration and make it more attractive, as well as create more interesting package tours.
Farmers markets frequently cooperate with schools or other organizations to teach people about food and agriculture, giving them a more informed understanding of our relationship between the land and their food source. Such markets are not just places to sell goods, but actually exchange ideas, which can help us all take good care of the earth.
According to a recent survey, the most common items discarded on Taiwan's beaches are plastic bags, plastic bottles, and fishing bobbers. Among the top 10 most discarded items, over half of them are made of plastic. On June 8th, in honor of World Oceans Day, environmental groups organized an exhibition to encourage the public to become more environmentally aware.
These small pieces of plastic may be colorful, but they are actually very harmful to the ecosystem where they were collected. According to statistics, over 300 million tons of plastic is produced annually. Of that, nearly 32% will be discarded in the natural environment, and less than 10% of that 300 million tons will actually be recycled for reuse.
Every year when we do the beach cleanups, it seems like we can never collect all the garbage because plastic has become an intrinsic part of people's daily lives. We can't do without it. But do we really need this much? Or maybe we can make better use of the plastic, either by recycling or reuse.
The 8th of June is World Oceans Day. In honor of the occasion, 20 environmental groups in Taiwan held the Sparkling Blue Way Expo to promote a clean marine environment. The expo had nearly 50 stalls showcasing products and technological innovations that will promote awareness and respect for our oceans. Among them, DaAi Technology presented its method of converting PET bottles into high-quality fabrics for clothing items.
With this method of recycling plastic bottles and then turning them into textiles, we hope that everyone can make a good habit of recycling. If we don't improve our habits, then we won't be able to reduce our total amount of waste, and our natural resources will dwindle. This is something we should all be concerned about.
Awards were also given to different groups and developers in recognition of their positive influence or ingenuity in protecting the environment. Through informative events like this, it is hoped that people will choose to be more active in protecting the environment and make good choices in the products they buy and how they use them.
In Keelung, Taiwan, there's a family who has trouble keeping their home environment sanitary, which has affected their children's relationship with peers at school. For the past 20 years, clutter has continuously accumulated in the home, creating a foul stench throughout the community. Finally, when the school got involved, the family finally asked for some assistance.
For the past 20-some years, clutter built up at the two families' apartment is causing an awful stench. It was only after the school's teacher paid a visit to communicate with the parents that the family decided to do something about the mess for the sake of the child.
As time went on, the smell was more pungent and the students complained.
40 Tzu Chi volunteers from Keelung were called upon to help clean up the home, and as soon as they arrived, they got to work. To ensure the family stays in good health, the volunteers cleared the fridge of all the expired and rotten food. The mess in the bedrooms was even worse. According to the family, the children could only fall asleep at their desk because the beds were piled high with items. Among the volunteers is Fan Ling, who picked the especially difficult task of unclogging the sinks in the bathroom and kitchen.
The older bodhisattvas have trouble squatting. They have leg problems. I am younger, more agile.
Removing the household items, volunteers sort through all the items, throwing away the garbage and cleaning the items to be kept.
It's a good day today thanks to the Tzu Chi brothers and sisters who are here to help us with this problem.
A thunderstorm around noon cut short the cleanup event for the day. The volunteers gather around the Tzu family to join in the blessings.
On behalf of the school, we are grateful for Tzu Chi's assistance. It's important to give the children a fresh start. This is the beginning of a new chapter in life.
With a clean home, the family can turn over a new leaf. Tzu Chi, as well as the school, promises to continue to be by the family's side as needed.
In Kaohsiung, Taiwan, 95-year-old Wei Baoxing has lived a hard life since young. She was given away to another family to raise before she got married at the age of 19. She was only married for 10 years before her husband passed away. Though her life has taken a turn for the better, she continues to live frugally, all to save her money for charitable giving.
Living her life with frugality, 95-year-old Wei Baoxing insists on living on her own as she doesn't want to be a burden to her family.
She has worn the same clothes for the past 40 years. The items in her home are all antiques. However, should anyone need assistance, she would not hesitate to give them money.
I have been doing good deeds since I was in my 30s. I'm 95 now.
The senior has lived a hard life. She got married at 19, and at 28, her husband passed away, so she raised her son on her own. Despite all that, she still gives generously to charities, earning countless certificates of appreciation and setting an example for others to follow.
She's very thrifty. All the money she saves, she uses it to help others.
If I give you lots of money and you don't know the value of $1, then you will spend it frivolously. Blessings are like money. The more you do, the more you earn. At my funeral service, just line up my certifications of gratitude. I don't want flowers or other offerings.
Living without attachment to her material possessions, the senior's greatest wish is that the next generation continues on the tradition of charitable giving.
Yuzena Group of companies in Myanmar is in the process of building a hospital in Yangon. Its chairman and the executive clinical director of the hospital recently traveled to Taiwan to visit Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital and Tzu Chi Humanitarian Center. They hope to learn more about Tzu Chi's medical culture as well as Tzu Chi's principles. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.